What's up, beautiful people? We are back with a brand new Pokemon ROM hack. We're about to start Pokemon Crystal Advanced Redux. It is one of the coolest Pokemon Crystal games out. If you are a fan of Pokemon Crystal, but you're looking for something a little newer with a lot better features, you might want to dive into this game. It did get an update about a week ago, so I can't wait to dive into it. I did make a post on Facebook. If you aren't following us, go follow us on the Pokeflips page on Facebook. But I did post in one of the ROM hack groups asking the public what the best Crystal ROM hack was, and two games kept popping up. Everyone recommended Pokemon Polished, and then this game, Pokemon Crystal Advanced Redux. So we're going to give this one a try and see what it's like, just because it did get updated so recently. We're going to kick things off by choosing our character, and right off the bat, this is the very first change we've seen. You can choose 4 characters from either boy or girl side, so that's really cool. And of course, you know who it is, it's Flips. And when you start the game, another great feature is that you can choose your difficulty. You've got casual mode, normal mode, hard mode, and extreme mode. You can click on info to read about all of those. If you're looking for a simple, fun playthrough, I recommend starting on casual. However, the difficulty in this game will definitely be a lot tougher than your regular Pokemon Crystal game, so you do have to be prepared for that. Don't go too crazy if you aren't super experienced. But here we've started off things in our bedroom, and as you can see, there are things that you can decorate in your room. We also picked up a potion from our PC and had a quick glance at the map. We go downstairs and chat to our mom, and she tells us that Professor Elm is looking for us, and she also gives us an item called GB Sound, so you can listen to some of the music. We start our adventure in New Bark Town, and for each little area there's a signboard, and if you interact with it, it will show you exactly all the Pokemon that you can find there through different methods like surfing, fishing, or just walking through the grass. So I love that they've added that to the game. It's really cool. Usually you have to go get a Dex Nav, and you get that later in the game, and then you've got to find all the Pokemon. So it's a bit of a nightmare. I love that they have added those little signboards, so now we can just constantly just search what Pokemon we are looking for. And if there are no Pokemon there that we want, we can just skip the area. Another cool feature is the character sprites. When you actually come and chat to them, I love that they've included a little image of each character above the speech, and the characters look amazing. The design is really well done. And here we have met Professor Elm, and we're about to choose our starter Pokemon. Of course, the 3 starters you can choose from Johto are Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita. And again, they include a little picture of the Pokemon, a little sprite in the text, which is a nice little touch. So I think we are going to go with our boy Totodile. Totodile has always been one of my favorite starter Pokemon. When it comes to water Pokemon, it's between Squirtle and Totodile for me. So now we have our Totodile, and one of Professor Elm's aides has just given us a few potions. Our rival is spying on the lab through the little window outside, and Professor Elm has sent us on a little mission to go and receive a package for him. So we are going to do that. We have again found another signboard, so we did have a peek at what Pokemon can be found here. But unfortunately, we don't have any Pokeballs yet, so I'm actually hoping we don't encounter too many Pokemon. I don't want to find a shiny Pokemon by accident or a really cool Pokemon, and we can't actually catch it. So I think we should just try and make our way to the next town as quickly as possible. We have also picked up some orange berries here from one of the plants. So if we can go and get that package for Professor Elm and then head back to the lab, I'm hoping then we will receive some Pokeballs, or maybe in this town at the Pokemart we might be able to buy a few. As we enter the town, there is this guy who shows us around. He also tells us where his house is and gives us our very own town map. We enter the Pokemon Center to heal up our Totodile and also chat to everyone in here. And there is a guy looking for a Poliwag. He's willing to trade you a Mareep. So if you are looking for Mareep early on in the game, you might want to try and catch Poliwag. We go to the Pokemarts, but unfortunately they are out of stock. We can't buy any Pokeballs from them. They do have a few other items. So I think we're just going to try and head up north. We're first just going to chat to everyone in the little town, and then we'll be on our way. I think we have to meet a person by the name of Mr. Pokemon. Once we do receive the package from him, we can return to Professor Elm's lab, and then hopefully we can start buying some Pokeballs. We find another signboard again with some amazing Pokemon here. We do have to try and find the TM Headbutts because some of the Pokemon along these routes can only be found through that method, as well as fishing. So we're going to have to try and get a fishing rod pretty soon. We have just found a signboard saying that Mr. Pokemon's house is up north, so it looks like we have found it. We've also picked up a few more berries along the way, which will be helpful. We enter the house and Mr. Pokemon is here and he's gifted us a mystery egg. So I'm guessing that's what Professor Elm was wanting. And Professor Oak is here too, and he's surprised to see our Totodile. I don't think he's familiar with the Johto Pokemon yet. We do get gifted a Pokédex, and now we've got to head back to Professor Elm's lab. He's just called us and told us something terrible has happened, and we need to get back as quickly as possible. So we're going to try and jump over the ledges and just return as quickly as we can. As we leave Cherry Grove to go back to New Bark Town, we bump into our rival who wants to take us on for a battle, and he's got Chikorita, so he must have taken one of Professor Elm's Pokemon. This is a really tough battle because your rival will have a type advantage. We chose Totodile, so our rival has a grass-type Chikorita. If you did choose Cyndaquil, then your rival would have Totodile. And if you chose Chikorita, your rival would have Cyndaquil. So I do recommend that you level up your Pokemon to around level 7 or 8 before taking on your rival. Otherwise, it's quite tough. You can use those potions and hold orange berries to give you a little edge. Luckily, we defeated our rival with the help of our newly learned Mud Slap attack. But now we've made our way back to New Bark Town, and as we enter the lab, the policeman tells us that a red-headed kid stole Chikorita from the lab, and we tell him that we actually bumped into this kid and battled him, and he did have a Chikorita. So he asks us for the name of our rival, and we've decided to go with Voltsy. But now we chat to Professor Elm and gift him the egg. I think the egg looks like it could be Togepi. And then Professor Elm's aide finally gifts us some Pokeballs. But before you head on your adventure, you want to make sure you come and chat to your mother because she will gift you a nugget that you can sell. But more importantly, she gives you an Eevee, which is a massive fan favorite. I know you guys love Eevee. So now that we've gotten those 2 items, we can be on our way. I can't wait to go and catch a couple Pokemon now. But as we enter the wild area, there is an old man who's going to show us how to catch Pokemon. And he's just encountered a level 50 Mew and caught it with a regular Pokeball. How does that even make sense? Can't he just give us the Mew now that we can use on our team? That is absolutely insane. I can't believe he just caught the legendary Pokemon Mew. Like, what is even happening? We make our way to the next little signboard, and Vulpix definitely catches my eye in this area. And the first Pokemon we encounter is a level 2 Vulpix. So what are the chances of that? We throw out a Pokeball, but unfortunately it breaks out, so we're going to have to hit it with the scratch attack first, and then try and throw a Pokeball out again. There was a little area just north of this route that we didn't explore, but apparently there are some different Pokemon to find there, so we're going to go have a quick look and see if there's anything interesting. There is a signboard in the grass, and if you interact with it, you'll see exactly what there is. So wow, there's some amazing Pokemon here. I do want to try and catch most of these. We've just encountered a Ponyta, which we're going to catch, and I'm going to spend quite a bit of time here, so I'm not going to show you every single encounter. I will just show you guys all the Pokemon that we have caught at the end of the episode, so do stay tuned for that. However, there was a Larvitar apparently in this area, and I just couldn't encounter it. So I don't know if we came at the wrong time of the day or if it was just really rare, but I did spend a good 20 minutes here trying to catch as many Pokemon as I could, and Larvitar just didn't pop up. So we might have to come back and try and get it later if we do want to add it to our team. However, we did catch this Fampi. We also caught a Teddiursa, a Skitty, and an Igglybuff. I think there were a couple more as well. And as you can see with this Teddiursa, the Pokemon can actually dodge your Pokeball as well, which is a first for me. I've never seen that in a ROM hack, so that's quite a cool touch that they've added as well. And like I mentioned, depending on the time of day, you will encounter different Pokemon along these routes and areas, so just keep that in mind. A lot of the new Pokemon we caught weren't following our instructions either, so I'm not sure why they weren't doing that. Maybe we have to battle with them for a while in order for them to grow in happiness, and then they will follow our orders. I'm not sure, we'll have to figure that out as we play. But here you can see a lot of the Pokemon that we have caught. We have decided to bench a few and withdraw a few to make up a team. A lot of the wild Pokemon we caught were holding some really valuable items as well, so you want to make sure you go and collect all of those. We found 2 evolution stones on some of the Pokemon we caught. Now that we've got our team together, we're going to go and try and chat to the fishermen. But we can actually encounter wild Pokemon in the sandy areas, which I was not expecting. So that's quite cool. There are a whole bunch of awesome water-type Pokemon you can find here. We've just bumped into a Poliwag, so if you do want to add Poliwag to your team, you can catch it. And remember, there was that guy looking for Poliwag who was willing to trade you a Mareep in the Pokemon Center. So you can do that as well. I'm hoping we will get a good rod from the fisherman, and then in the next episode we can try and make our way to the next town. So yes, we have received our good rod, and we're going to have a quick look at the board at what Pokemon you can find here, and there are some amazing ones. But now we're just going to go back to the Pokemon Center, heal up our team, and then show you all the Pokemon that are actually in our team for the start of the game. We're probably going to make a lot of changes later on in the game, but we have also just encountered a Weedle, which is one of my favorite original Pokemon, so we have added that to the PC. But here we're going to have a quick look. We've got our Totodile, we've got Eevee, we've got our Vulpix, we've got Fampi, Teddiursa, and Igglybuff. So that's all it's going to be for this episode. Thanks for watching.